What's up, everybody? It's your boy One Gun here, and today, wow, I've heard a lot of people do a lot of things that are insane, but this one takes the cake. I've been watching Joe's videos, and I know, bad idea, I know, and he did a video about several hours ago. I think it was several hours ago. Um, let's go for this Truebones live event over here. It was recorded. It was streamed 20 hours. Now this must have been one that I didn't care to look at or watch, but I actually sat down and like went through it a little bit just so I could see if it deserves a down thumb or not, and it deserves a down thumb. Hold up, folks. Someone's calling my name. Ooh, look at all these windows I got open. I gotta close some of this stuff. And close this one. Close this one. Let me get a message. I got a message from somebody. Nah, it ain't somebody, but I'll take care of that later. But yo, check this out. All right, check this out. So I remember some months ago I busted Joe when Joe was saying that the little Nas video of this called Panini or something like that, and Joe was saying that they used Truebones. Not saying, and I had actually went and found and showed Joe the video of how the stuff was made using the Ruko suits. All of us using Ruko. Ruko is a motion capture solution. It's basically a bodysuit bodysuit you put on just like perception neuron, but it's actually instead of perception neurons, it's nothing but straps. The Roko, I think it's Roko, not Ruku, but the Roko, the Roko Oko, that's stupid. Rococo suit. That's crazy. A crazy name. But they use the same type of, I guess, say technology where motion sensors are integrated into the suit, and you put the suit on and you walk around and you can do motion capture. Same thing with Xens and all the type of suits like the sorts. They're just these these suits that you put on and you do body motion capture. So since I have one, I kind of know how they work. So I got a perception neuron, and it works great. I've done motion capture sessions and all type of stuff. So what Joe now claims, this is the biggest stretch of Joe's imagination ever. He's saying now that the company, all right, that that has technology to make their own motion capture, make their own suits or whatever to make motion captures with, and who actually suits were used in that video that Joe claims was his motions. Joe now claims that they stole it from him. They stole Joe's technology. They stole Joe. Now, here's Joe's technology. Joe's technology is basically going over to somebody like Brinkleman and stealing his tech, his software, and trying to pass it off as his to other people, like he did with. Now I have the proof of this, folks. I have the proof that he actually did it to Brinkleman. He actually tried to steal Brinkleman's stuff, take it over to Unreal, and was found out that he was a con man, and they blackballed him because they was tired of his silly games. See, Joe tried to, in the process. Now, Joe probably could have got away with it if he just left the people at the forum board alone. But Joe was dead set on trying to get someone fired. Not only that, but they eventually found out that the technology that Joe was trying to sell to them wasn't his, and he never owned it. So what happened is they, right then and there, they blackballed Joe. They said he's permanently banned from Unreal, so they don't want him there. Who wants a con man? That's muddying up everything. So today the con man gets on here and says that I guess he's trying to say he invented the Ruku suit. Uh, just listen to the craziness that I had to watch this twice to see what the heck is. But let's watch this little clip. Let's watch this look. Let me turn my desktop audio on and let me be quiet for a minute. Just listen to the craziness.
So I found out about this. So now I know that you see it says right here, products, studio. download the Rococo Studio, and a powerful and intuitive software for recording, visualizing, and exporting motion capture. And you know what I found out about it? I found out that they are lying and stealing Truebones motions and putting it in their stupid studio.
Now you just heard that, right? Oh, last time I checked, this company they don't sell motion capture. They sell motion capture suits. So he's saying that they stole his motion capture suits and selling them. I mean, I don't understand. I don't get it. But we can always look up Roku Studio and find out what it really is. So we just type in Rokoko. Here you go. Mocap. There you go. Very easy. Now the suit is very expensive. I think the suit is like $3,000. Oh, look at this, everybody! It's the Truebones. It's the True. Let's go to studio. So here's the Roku suit, a powerful intuitive software for recording, visualizing, and exporting motion capture, available for PC and Mac. So I guess you would download this. Download for Mac or Windows. System requirements PC OS. So this is some free motion. The motion library, search functionality and filters would break when there were connection issues. I mean, let's go ahead and download it. Quick navigation. There it is. Windows. Here we go. I'm just gonna download it just to. My sound is low. Hold up, folks. Oh. Okay, I had to fix it with desktop audio, folks. Sorry about that. Here we go. So PC back. I mean, knowledge base. There's a knowledge base right here. ID, creating Roku, release notes, Roku Studio. So this is Roku Studio. I mean, okay, this is Roku Studio. Yeah, this is what we just downloaded. And let me tell you what Roku Studio is. Roku Studio is basically, it's the same. I'm figuring it's the same thing as here it is. Nonema Axis Neuron. All right, so this is Axis Neuron. And let me tell you all, Joe has downloaded Axis Neuron and stolen all the animations out here too. I've seen him do it. Joe has downloaded this program. Is basically free, and it comes with a whole bunch of animations. But I understand. I think that the Roku Studio is basically works like this. You would take a motion capture session that you've done. I think this is what I've done in recently. I think this is one I've done recently. There we go. And you just hit play. Yeah, this is a motion capture session that I think this is one I did for myself. And this is me in my suit. And this is all Studio does. It captures the animation for you, so you can take it and export it out as a BVH file, FBX or whatever, to something like Motion Builder or whatever you're using. But this is what I use to make my motion capture with when I do my motion capture sessions. Now, Joe has never. Can you link us to this application? Well, what application? The Axis Neuron or the Axis Neuron or the Roku? Which one? Yeah, that's definitely me doing some. I was doing some hand gestures and stuff like that, some upper body animation with my suit on. Joe don't think Joe doesn't think that I can that I have Joe doesn't think I can fit my suit. I can fit my suit plenty good, folks. Um, and Joe's the one who doesn't have one to see if he can even fit one. But that's okay, Joe. That's okay. Both. Let's see. Well, to get this, you have to come over here to Ruko Studio is, let's see, right here. That's Ruko Studio. That's Roko right here. All right, and this right here is you go Perception Neuron. And you can just go Perception Neuron. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, matter of fact, they lowered the price of the. Yeah, they lowered the price. Oh, damn, well, they really lowered the price of this thing. That's awesome. But here we go, folks. So here's Perception Neuron. Just come to the site, and I think you hook over to support, and you go to downloads. Let's see, downloads. Yeah, here's Perception Neuron Studio, Perception Neuron Pro, Perception Neuron 32 version 2 and 1. So Access Neuron software. So you can just come here and just download this Access. You can get download here, you can download there, download here, depending on what version of the suit you get. Depending on what version of the suit you have. Let's see. Yeah, but this is where you get it. But let's get back. Let's get back to Ruku. Let's get back to the lion troll of a human. So
I know this for a fact, folks. Rococo has stolen motions from Truebones.
So you're saying that they stole your animations through their suits. So how did they do it, Joe? How? Joe never explains how they did it. He always talks about he'll go someplace. Let's go here. Let's actually go to the thing. Joe will come over here. See, Joe didn't know when this video was made that they even advertised that this suit was used in the making of this video. Only person who didn't know this was Joe himself. I don't think they've been stealing nothing from him because the thing about it is they make animations. They make animations. They have their own software. They have their own patents. They have their own motion capture suits. You know, I'm just trying to figure out why does he think that these people stole his stuff when they didn't? It's impossible. They can't have done it. You know, he's always saying somebody stole something from him, but when somebody comes up and proves that he's a liar, I mean this is what all these videos are about. These videos are about him being a fake merchant, being a liar, and trying to do anything to get your money, folks. This is a con man. How many times I have to tell you folks, don't buy nothing from him. This is what you get. You get a crazy man living in his mom's house trying to sell you something that he does not own. He's a crook. He's a plain and simple crook. And now he's out here trying to save his whole scheme by telling other people have stolen from him. Ruku never stole them. Ruku doesn't even have motions. They make motions. Why would they have to steal something when they can make it, Joe? And make it a whole bunch better than you can with your stolen iPod software. Why would Ruku have to steal why would anybody have to steal anything from you? When you're the one going around stealing theirs, you steal their stuff and then say they stole from you. See, what Joe's trying to do is confuse the audience by saying, it's the whole thing. If you point your finger, he can point his finger back, and it's a you versus he. But that's the most primitive way to think about it. The person who has the proof wins the game every time. You can point your finger back at people that say you've done something to them, Joe, which is probably true, and you can point back and say, "Oh, well, they stole it from me first." I mean, the stuff don't get solved by finger pointing, folks. Stuff gets solved by patents, trademarks, courtrooms. That's how things get solved. Joe is not going to stop until somebody sends him a letter that's saying that you're going to have to show up in court. Then Joe will shut up. The same thing that happens with my Archive Infinity animation. When I sent Joe the counter notification on the same video 3 different times, and then went to my lawyers and told them, like, listen, he's claiming my artwork, and he didn't do nothing. He didn't animate it, didn't do nothing. His relation to my content is 0. Oh yeah, source code too. Joe has no source code for any of the stuff that he animates. None. You know, every time you make a BVH file or you make an animation or whatever, it's going to have some type of file structure being the source code. So Joe doesn't have none of that stuff, none of the stuff that he created. And usually the source code, it actually has the person who the actual word and when it was made and who made it. Joe has nothing of that stuff. He'll never have it because because he's just a prolific liar, man. He just lies. And then when somebody busts his lie, he has to lie on people, call them transsexuals, call them gay, call them all type of stuff, and saying people are jealous, which is not quite the truth. The truth is that he's been busted yet again, and then he comes on here saying this crazy stuff. Now, I always told you all the man's crazy, and if this doesn't prove that he's crazy, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say to you folks. The man's crazy. He goes around to other people's videos saying that he had something to do with it, and he didn't. He had zero anything to do with it. He did it with the iClone when we had the iClone contest. He did it with the iClone contest. He did anything that has any type of fame or noticeability, or anything. This grown groupie will chase after it and then say it's his, or he does this, or they're using his stuff. Anybody who uses this man's stuff, I don't know what to say, but we caught Benny D. Benny, the real Benny D, he used Joe's stuff in one of his videos, and now Joe takes this man's stuff and sticks it all on his website, saying, "This is my stuff. This is my stuff." And I say it's great. I say it's great. But I think, folks, this is like, I don't know. This is like kind of funny. It's funny to me that he calls me fake. Everybody knows I'm not fake because everybody sees me, watch me working on my stuff every day. Nobody has called me fake but this guy. And I don't have nothing to prove to him. He's the one who has to prove that I'm fake. He has to prove, and the way he proves it is by saying that, that my name isn't One Gun, that my real, and then it say my real name, and then he'll say he made this person. I was like, okay, so the same thing can be said about Truebones, which in reality is Joe's fake name that he uses to steal people's money. See, I don't have to steal nobody's money. People will give me money for my work. People will give Joe money because they think he did the work until they find out he didn't. Until they find out, oh, this came out of this. It's amazing. It's just amazing how he comes up here and lies, and he wants you to believe it. I think he does this stuff like after he gets high. Yes, this issue was before your daughter was born, and you can see that one of us lives in reality and the other one just don't. But every once in a while, I have to tell everybody that the man is plumb crazy, and what he's saying is not true. That's the only thing. I mean, I do this like every day. I don't think I did it yesterday, but I do it every day. I get up, watch what the crazy man. He gets up early in the morning or late at night, make his crazy video, and make his crazy video of him pretending people stole something from him. Oh yeah, then he comes over to my channel. Yeah, let me see. Let's see. I think about right here. Then he comes over to my channel And what I do now is, people, I put the software that I use. So if you go to one of my videos, we don't have to look at this no more because we know if this is we know where this video is going to wind up. So if you go over here to my newer videos, like if you come over here to this one, what I'm doing right now, put this right here. You will see I now put down the software and the hardware that I use for doing motion capture, animation, and all type of stuff. And the program I use Dash. I use iClone Character Creator, Dash 3D, Motion Builder, Blender. For motion capture, I have a Perception Neuron. And I also use studios like Mocap Online and Truebones. And I'm going to add some more to this because somebody said, hey, you need to start doing that, you know. And this is all the stuff I use. This is all the stuff I use daily to make stuff with. He gets on here every day, and he's angry. He's angry. Let me go back, son. Let me go back. And he gets angry. I mean, you can listen to it. Just listen to the anger, folks. Listen to the anger.
As Motion Builder, Blender, Perception, Neuron, Mocap Online, and Truebones. And if you... and we'll talk about Truebones too, because he sent me an email. I know you all want to see it. But anyways, Truebones... Wait. What I'm saying is One Gun is nothing but a poster girl. Okay,
so I'm a poster girl because I actually use the software. Yes, thank you for adding the links. You're welcome. So he's calling me a bad person because I use all this stuff to create content for you guys to watch and see, you know. Meanwhile, he's angry because I will never come to him to buy anything or say he has anything to do with my stuff. That's the whole thing. That's the whole flat bottom thing about it. It's just funny. He reads this off every day like a Bible. Like going to church. He reads this off every day, folks.
For these programs. You take away all this, and One Gun is zero.
No, well, you can take all that away. You can take it all away, and I still have my hands to draw. I mean, don't forget, people, I do illustrations too. I did do work for comic book companies and stuff like that in the past. The thing about it is, he hasn't, and he doesn't. I mean, he got so jealous of me one time, he actually called the company that I work for to say, they wouldn't leave me alone. Those people have nothing. I was a freelance artist working for these people. They have nothing to do with you and me. But Joe decided that he wanted to be so much a part of my life that he took his battered syndrome, his battered wife syndrome self, and called these people. See, the thing about it is, my friend had owned this company. He owned this company. I'm not going to say his name because I know how Joe likes to track people down. But this friend of mine won an Oscar. He won an Oscar, and he just won an Oscar this year. He just won an Oscar for something, and he called them, and he decided that he was going to call and act like a battered woman or whatever. And they was like, who is this person? Who? So the part of the company had split. And my friend with the other part of the company. And then the old part of the company, which is the comic book side of the company, they shut that down because of all the stuff with the coronavirus thing. So they finally shut their doors for comics. But they still left the other part, the animation part. They left that department. So they'll be doing a lot of stuff for that animation department. But so Joe can't call them no more. I changed my phone number about 2 months ago, and Joe hasn't. I noticed Joe hasn't been calling me. I haven't been getting no late night phone calls where somebody's heavily breathing into the phone. I don't get those no more. So it's so he's sitting there like a cuckoo bird trying to figure out how can he get to me, and this is how he tries to get to me, by coming over to my channel and trying to say I'm a poster boy. A poster boy for what, Joe? I'm not a poster boy. You know, everybody knows I'm not a poster boy. You know, I mean, Real Illusion may do a lot of things wrong, but I still use their software because it's good software. Posted your number. Oh yeah, that's right. He posted. Yeah, John Cat posted my number the other day. I hope Joe saw it and called it. You probably did call it. But let's listen to some more of his crazy antics, folks.
One Gun, it's like matter meets antimatter. It cancels
Manter meets, yeah.
Self out. If One Gun was a real artist, he wouldn't need any of these programs.
Oh, okay. So, in order to make 3D animation, I wouldn't need these programs. In order for me to make the animations I do, I wouldn't need to use any of these programs, right? Yeah. Okay. Keep talking, Joe.
He wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just say, I'm not an artist, I'm a person that uses all of these softwares?
What? 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 What does being an artist have to do with any of those softwares? I'm trying to figure that out. You know, did y'all know what the thing artist is? I mean, being an artist means you're a creator, dude. You're making content. You're making stuff for people to see, to entertain, or you're. I mean, he's gonna say, because I went to school for art. I went to animation school to learn how to be an animator. And I use these tools because I mean most of the tools like Motion Builder and I think Motion Builder is the only thing I learned while I was in school. The software I learned in school, Maya, Max, and all them. I mean, because I went to school, paid money, took out loans to go to school to learn how to use some of these programs up here. I'm not a real artist. All right, I'm not a real artist. I didn't go through hours and hours of figure drawing. I didn't go through hours of art 1, art 2, art 3, art 4. I didn't go through hours and hours of figure drawing, sitting down looking at naked people for hours straight drawing their bodies and getting instructed on how to do human anatomy, painting, graphic design, all those hours, years I spent in school trying to hone my talent means I'm not an artist. What does it mean, Joe? What does it mean? What does it mean, dude? Wait, what does it mean? Let's listen.
That's not being an artist. That's called being a software operator, you stupid.
Wow. A software operator. Wow. You know, before I started doing 3D, I started 2008. Let's see, no, actually a little bit earlier. 2007 when I had Blender. When I started off with Blender, and then moved to Poser, then Dash, and then I went to school and started learning art the old-fashioned way with a pencil and piece of paper, paint and ink and all that other stuff. Years later, I would have never known somebody would diagnose me as not being an actual artist. You know, I am an artist, dude. You know, I am an artist. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's the problem is that he's not an artist. You know, he's never done the things I've done to get to where I am. He's never done it. He's been stuck in his mom's garage for years. Years, lying to himself, saying that he's someone that he's not. I don't have to pretend where my roots are. He does. He got jealous when I went through my DeviantArt page. Yeah, it's old stuff when I was in school. So what? It's still my DeviantArt page from when I was actually drawing everything that I saw. And he's jealous. He's jealous and angry because I can stand on my 2 feet and say who I am. He can't. He can't come out of his mom's apartment and say he made anything because he doesn't. He just steals it, folks. He steals everything he sees. He's a crook. And I'm not saying that to use that as an explanation of why he is the way he is. I'm just saying who he is. And that's a crook. I've proven it. How can you sit back and say the things you say, Joe, without no proof? How? Everything that comes out your mouth is 100% lie. Lie. And he knows it's a lie because look at him. He's smiling. He knows.
Mofo. And he's going to, oh, I'm a better artist than Joe. I'm a better artist. I use all these programs.
No, I'm going to put it to you like this. I'm not an artist because I use the programs. I'm an artist because I create stuff and I use these programs to actually take what I have. Well, let's see. How can I say it? I use the programs as an extension of what I do. You know, even without these programs, I could still sit down and create stuff, whether it be writing, drawing, or whatever. The thing about it is, it's called creativity. Every time you get on every time you step to a blank sheet of paper and a pencil You're bringing something out of your mind and making it physical for everybody to see, for everybody to observe. You know, this dude has nothing for anybody to observe. He steals music. He steals music. He steals motion capture. He steals other people's art. I mean, he steals everything. Nothing he produces is his. Then he's like, well, I'll just go over here and take these Miku Miku dance motions and just put those out there for people to buy. No, you don't do that because you didn't make the stuff. Why is it because people you don't make the stuff, Joe? Why do you keep on taking other people's stuff and slapping your name on it like you've done something? The only thing you've done is basically let everybody know you're a liar and you steal other people's stuff. You're a talent thief. That's what you are. You tried to steal my talent. You tried to belittle my talent, but you couldn't because I stand on my 2 feet every day. Every day I open up iClone, Blender, or whatever. I stand on my 2 feet on what I do. You don't. You don't. Every time I make something, he get angry and he has to run to run to his little computer. It's like, look at one gun. Don't he look stupid creating something? I mean, it's every day, folks. It's every day, and he knows it's every day because that's what he does. This is what he does. He tried to. Let's see. I don't know if I can find this. Let me see if I can find this, folks. I mean, this is just that whole thing he had with Peter back in the day. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but I want to read this to y'all. And once again, it just proves how jealous he is of me creating anything. The man is just stricken. He's just stricken with no talent. He's old, you know. He should be trying to find a way to look forward towards retirement or something, but he would rather sit back and chase after someone who has more to offer to people than himself. He has nothing to offer to nobody. Let me see. I know I got that thing in here somewhere. If it's not in here, I got to go to another file, but it is in here, folks. So, is this it? It's in here, folks. This it. This might be it. So this is one of the letters that this is from Peter. Now I'm gonna read this to y'all, and this is why Joe got suspended, because they knew he was iClone Malone and a couple of other alts inside of Real Illusion. So here goes. Dear Joe, thank you for your reply. To clarify, you are banned from Real Illusion because of persistent breaches of our forum rules. Please take a look at our forum rules below if you are unsure. You have broken almost all of them at one time or another. Regarding the creation of aliases, it was seen you have very short memory. Just a few days ago, you created another alias account, a variation on your own name, and even sent me a PM from it. Again, this is strictly against forum rules. See link above if you need clarification. You should also remember that participation on the forum board is not a right. It is a privilege granted by Real Illusion to those willing to abide by the rules. You fail to abide by the rules, which is why you are banned. I hope to explain the situation clearly. Thank you. Please feel free to let us know if you have any other further questions. So this is them telling Joe that he was banned from creating all those fake accounts to harass other people, and that's why he got banned. And let's see. I want to find the letters where Joe was trying to lie about I don't think that's it. Hold up. I know I have it in here, folks. It's all mixed and jumbled up in here with a whole bunch of other stuff that Joe has done. But I'm going to find it. I don't think that's it. But Joe's whole thing has been to get me banned off Real Illusion. It's to drive some wedge between me and Real Illusion. And it makes no sense for him to spend all of his time doing this. So he tries to go out and say Real Illusion did this, Real Illusion, and One Gun is his poster boy, and I have nothing to do with those people. Nothing to do with those people. I just use their software. But what Joe wants to do, he's trying to make it seem like that I'm in cahoots with them doing the stupid stuff that he keeps talking about. It's crazy. It's amazing how crazy this man is. I'm looking for the rest of this stuff. I think it's in another folder. I think it could be in this folder. I think it's in this folder. This is the screenshots folder, Truebones. I got a bunch of these folders all over my desk about this crazy man. And the stuff I have on him is just I just handed it over to my lawyer because he keeps on telling me, like, if he says something, just record it, send us a snapshot of it, and that's what I do. And then they take that stuff back to YouTube. Because like I said, we're going to get him removed from YouTube. He may think he's being cute about it. I think this is it right here. So here we go. I think this is him. So this is back in 2018 when Joe was at his peak of his harassment. It says, Peter, this is what happens when you take the word and listen to some internet trolls. That's not what you said at the time. You lied. And I caught you in a lie. I have video documentation of everything you and Lily said. I never made any multiple aliases or so-called allegations against your company. So you just deleted all my threads to cover up the fact that you told me in private that A.K.A Malone blog stole your content. He didn't. You are wrong, and I won't let you get away with this. See, A.K.A Malone is Joseph Earl Mcpeek. All right? Let's not get this confused, folks. We found this out. I found this out through Real Illusion. Real Illusion banned Joe because they went over there to the site, saw that Joe had their stuff in packs. And they decided to just get rid of A.K.A Malone and get rid of Joe. Because what happened is they already got rid of Joe. They got rid of the Peak Levels guy. And what Joe did is Joe thought he was going to get back at them by, one, harassing the contestants from the 2015 contest. Yes, he did that. He harassed people. Then he went ahead and actually started stealing their content and then putting it up there, saying, you don't need to come over here to Real Illusion. Come over here to A.K.A Malone. We know it's you, Joe. We know it's you. Stop pretending. Stop saying you're not. We knew A.K.A Malone was you. That's why A.K.A Malone got banned, because when Real Illusion looked and saw the IP and where the stuff was coming from, they knew it was you. Just like we know Brendan Britton was you. Nobody else is going to do something stupid like go and sell stuff that they almost got somebody sued for, but you. You do that. Because that's what you are. You're just an irritation. That's what you want to be. You want to be an irritation. But here you go. I can't believe this. You tricked me, and your abuse will not go unnoticed to the public. One Gun's video, and here we go, folks. Here it is. One Gun's video has been removed for stealing. Now, when are you going to ban him? He also started a Kickstarter on your forum. I could not see the thread because you blocked my access. Well, Joe, how would you even know it was there to begin with? Yeah. So he took down my video and claimed it was his. Right? He said I was using Truebones in his stuff. I have the proof he done that. This is the proof that he first took down my stuff, then came over here and tried to get me kicked out of here. His whole intention of doing that was to get me banned from Real Illusion. Due to the fact that I have the source file, all the code and everything that I use, the animations from the making of the film I made. They know. A.K.A knew better than to listen to this clown. You know, they knew better than to listen to this clown. This is just the proof I have. First, he took down. I have the video of him actually putting in the false DMC takedown notice. The thing about DMC takedown notice, you can't intentionally go and use it to take down somebody's stuff because you don't like it. I have proof that he did that. I have the video proof. I also have the proof that the reason why he did it was to get me banned and to come over here and lie to them saying that I stole something from him. So here he is in his own words. In his own words saying, One Gun's video has been removed for stealing. Now, when are you going to ban him? In all caps. He also started a Kickstarter on your forum. I cannot see the thread, but here it is in the forum. So he gives them the Archive Finny GoFundMe thing that I did and live stream today and all weekend. I do not expect you to delete the thread. I expect you to remove the One Gun account. So he's trying to tell them to remove my account because he's angry and jealous because he can't do what I can do. I mean, this is all a big. I mean, I never seen nobody put so much time into trying to destroy somebody as this man. And when he doesn't have a way to destroy something that has you can't destroy something because you want it to be destroyed, folks. I mean, that's all to it. And this whole thing is just because I told Sketchfab to take him. Well, I didn't tell him, but we had to prove to Sketchfab that he was selling stolen stuff on Sketchfab, and then they removed him. They banned him. He's been banned. He's been banned, folks. He's been banned for a very long time. He's been back and forth under different names, but the Truebones name will never ever be on Sketchfab ever again. Now, Joe can sneak around with Sketchfab. It's different alts or whatever. We don't care. Even I told that. That's like, well, you know what? That's fine. If he wants to do if he wants to keep on coming back in there and infiltrating, that's fine. He can do that all he wants to. But the thing about it is he'll never be able to sell nothing on there. He would never ever be able to display anything on there because the minute he does, he's gone. That's all to it. If he's on there trying to resell Autodesk characters again, he's gone. Mixamo stuff, he's gone. So there's no reason for him to even talk about Sketchfab anymore. But he's so hurt because we got him totally removed from Sketchfab. All his thousands of stolen content, models, motions, and whatever else he had on there, it's all gone. Both of those accounts are gone. He'll never be able to sell nothing on Sketchfab as Truebones. Now, he can sneak on there as a different person and sell it. Don't make me none. That's on him. That's on him. Just like Brandon Britton. It took me a while, but I finally got that stuff removed. Let's see. Moderation of customer service regards. Please do not forget to remove the thread. So he got. I think they removed this thread. The reason why the thread was moved because they didn't want me posting nothing on there about Joe. All right, but I can put my Kickstarter stuff up there. I can do that. I can tell everybody, hey, I'm running an Indiegogo campaign, which is getting close to getting done whenever I get back on it. But I can't do those things. And the thing about it is, I have separated myself from Joe with my other channel. And I use that channel for Real Illusion people. So when Joe gets to crying about, ew, don't let him post this stuff up here, it doesn't get removed no more. And Joe's mad about that too. He's been trying to do everything he possibly can to hurt anything that I do. But that's fine, Joe. But Joe, you can't escape the truth. The truth is always going to be here because I have the truth. This is the truth. This is the proof that I need to show that you intentionally took down my threads. You had them take down my threads and everything, and then lied on me saying that I got my videos removed because of you. You took it down because you were jealous and angry, and you were looking for your revenge. Dude's looking for revenge. Let's see, what's this? Okay, what's this? I think this is from Joe. Here he is again on the 3rd. So he let's see. So this is the 10th. And this is the 6th. So this is before I said, there's user on the Real Illusion forum that needs to be banned. The title removed from his or her username. Peter promised that he would reinstate him, but now they are just using that name as a piracy prior. Peak Levels did nothing wrong. Why are you making him look like he did something wrong? Please remove the band title on Peak Levels or I'll sue for censor. This is how Joe tries to get people to do what he say because he uses the word sue. Now, it is against I do believe this is a form of I think it's a form of, I think it's some type of federal crime that you can't go around saying that you're going to sue blackmail. That's what blackmail, extortion, and threats. That's what this falls upon. So right here, as you can see, folks, he is using he's using the legal system to try to accomplish something that illegal, which is he yells and screams that he's going to sue somebody for slander, and there's no slander at this point. Real Illusion has not said anything slanderous about Joe. All right, nothing slanderous. And so he's saying that he's going to sue them for slander because he got kicked out of Real Illusion for the simple fact that he was selling stolen stuff and he was harassing other people and he was going against their terms and services for being on the actual website. So he's saying because he did all that stuff, they banned him for a legitimate reason. He claims it's slander, which is not, because you went against the rules. And now he's trying to say sue, 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 sue. And one thing Joe wants you to do is call him. You don't have to call him. There's his phone number. He wants you to call him to talk it over about what he did. And that's where he falls short, because nobody's going to call you. If you sound this crazy just typing, think about how crazy he's going to sound when you actually talk to him on the phone. All right? So here we go again. To alleviate your concerns regarding the posts made by Peak Levels on the forum, we have now removed these in any corresponding threads started by Peak Levels. However, if you still see any posts that you're concerned about, please let us know, and we will be happy to remove any reference to Peak Levels. I hope this helps. Please feel free to help. So they removed everything that was Joe on the forum board. So here we go again. And here's Joe saying, "Hi Peter, I did not ask for you to remove any threads pertaining to Peak Levels. I asked you to reinstate Peak Levels privileges like you promised. All you did is delete evidence, and that is this obstructing justice." No, Joe. See, you told them to remove your post. I have the email where you told Peter to remove your post. They went back and removed your post. I don't understand. He says one thing and he says something else. So Peter went back and removed your post. And then you come up here and once again you said, this one's important too. It says, "Hi Peter, I didn't ask you to remove any threads pertaining to Peak Levels. I asked you to reinstate Peak Levels privileges like you promised. All you did is delete evidence, and that is obstruction of justice. Also, for a quick search of Truebones Real Illusion, I see that you allow Rogue Anime and Kelly Tunes to slander Truebones and call him a pirate, and you are a pirate. Now I know that One Gun put him up to it, but please remove such slander or I could potentially sue. You can't sue you because somebody else says something. That's the whole thing about it. You can't sue somebody. You can't directly sue Real Illusion because somebody in the forum board called you a pirate. Everybody calls you a pirate because that's what you are. That's what your daddy was too. Your daddy was an airline pirate. You're a pirate too. I call you a pirate. Come and sue me. Come and sue me for telling you a pirate. Please do. Because the thing about it is you got to prove you're not a pirate. That's the thing. You got to prove your daddy wasn't an airplane pirate. That's the thing, Joe. If it's true, live with it. Sue. Go ahead. Say sue. Try to sue me or any of the hundreds of thousands of people that have called you a pirate because of what you do. We have proof of what you did. I have tons of proof. You fit the definition of a pirate, you pirate. So stop saying you're not a pirate, you pirate. And I did want to have to do that. Real Illusion, good freebies, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, Joe posted this himself. Joe posted that and then said, "Look, they're under another alias." He posted it in the Real Illusion thing. And here we go, folks. And here. Okay, so Joe talks about. Let's see if I have it up. So this was on the 9th. This was before this one. So this was on the 9th. And there, Joe says, I know that One Gun put him up to it, such slander. And so blah, 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 for Real Illusion. P.S. You do know that One Gun's winning animation has been removed for copyright violations of Truebones. So here he is telling them that my stuff got removed for copyright violations. because he wrote fake DMCs to YouTube to get the content removed. I filed a count. See, once you start that, you're starting you're starting a legal procedure. This is all the proof I need right here to take everything this man owns. If he's talking about suing somebody, I can definitely sue him. This is defamation of character and whatever else he's done. But this is definitely defamation of character when he actually started, when he went out and took down my content, claimed it was his stuff in it, and he had no proof whatsoever. This is a copyright violation. This is an actual 512, whatever it is, violation of him doing this. Then, on top of that, now this is not a. Then on top of that, he comes over here to try to get me banned from out here. So this is him maliciously going around defaming my character, claiming I did something I didn't do, and this is what you would call something that can be took into civil court. He can be sued over. And then on top of that, YouTube let him do it multiple times, and YouTube is also in trouble for letting him do it without him giving a full analysis of why the stuff in my video was his, without giving them any actual patents or anything. All right. If Joe, I sent the count notification, Joe should have took me to court right then and there, but Joe didn't. Every DMC I've gotten from this man, I've gotten my stuff back. All right, let's make that plain and simple. He files these fake DMCs because he thinks somebody's going to get away with it. The only now Joe has to watch out to see if my lawyer's going to go after him and sue him. I mean, that's all we're waiting for. We're waiting to hear back from YouTube. And I told you I'm going to remove his stuff permanently. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, but it will happen when the legal process takes its course. And that's what we're waiting for. The last person waiting for is YouTube to respond back to why they let him do this when they did. Because we sent this to YouTube. We sent this and the video of him taking down my stuff and why he took it down. This is why he took it down. So he could send them these letters to get him unbanned from Real Illusion. But it didn't work. It did not work at all. So now he's trying to figure out. He's over here trying to figure out, we can take my stuff. So what he did was that when I told Joe, now Joe knows I have a lawyer. Joe knows I have a lawyer. That's why he went over to his slander channel and took all those videos down. That's why he took all the videos down about me. Notice he doesn't have any videos up about me talking about me other than the newer ones he's making. All the other stuff that he made, but that's okay. We have records of that stuff of what he had. We have everything. We have everything he's done. So he can sit back and play and have fun like a little 12-year-old in his mom's garage all he wants to. But the thing about it is, it's coming for him sooner or later. I don't have to prove nothing to him. Joe has a lot to prove. Joe has to prove that the stuff I used in my video was his. He's never done it, and he never will. My counter notification to YouTube proves that. And my content going back up after he had done this proves it. Everything he's taking down is back up. You don't use the DMC. You don't use a DMC to sit back and take somebody's stuff down because, you're just a jerk. You use it when somebody takes your stuff. But Joe is what you call a copyright troll. And he has copyrighted trolled me to the point that I said, you know what, this has got to stop. And I haven't had no problem since. I went to my lawyers. I had to go out and get some lawyers and take care of this stuff. And Joe owes me a whole lot of money for what I'm doing. But that's okay. That's okay. Because I know eventually I'm going to get it from him. It's just a matter of time. I just like the fact he keeps making these videos about me. I like the fact that he makes these videos because it's just more fodder to add to the canon. It's just more. It's just more stuff. Let him think he's getting away with it, folks. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I got more coming. We'll get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. And we could talk about this later. We talk about this more later because he's a liar. Real Illusion caught him lying. I've caught him lying. Many other people have caught him lying. And this is proof that he lies. This is proof he tries to manipulate people into doing things to hurt other people. That's what this is all about. This is all this ever is going to be about. Is him trying to manipulate people to get them to do things to hurt other people. And it stopped. As you know, folks, it stopped with me. it stopped with me. So I'll get out of here, people. Have a good day, and please like and subscribe. This is One Gun. I'm signing out. Peace.